What up? Back again. I want to speak about Miss Red Table Talk, Miss Entanglement, Miss Jada Pinkett Smith. Now, regardless, this woman's still successful. She's accomplished a lot in her acting career. But unfortunately, she's been in the tabloids and in the news for a lot of the wrong reasons. Even when certain people that belong to certain groups support her and make excuses for her and want to protect her at all costs. But I think Jada Pinkett Smith is the perfect example of a narcissistic feminist. She's a feminist and she's a narcissist. She doesn't care about nobody but herself. I felt like she, in a way, was a little jealous and envious of Will Smith because of how he was still able to navigate through in the industry in Hollywood, still continue to make movies, while Jada Pinkett had to settle for, a few smaller roles. She didn't really get any. She hasn't had a star role in a while now. And Red Table Talk was like her home run in the aftermath of her acting career diminishing. But unfortunately, her Red Table Talk exposed a lot about her and how narcissistic she really is, how selfish she really is, how jealous she really is, and how out of touch she is. On her Red Table Talk, she reveals she can't even say she cheated on Will Smith. Now, did they have an open relationship? Who knows? I don't know. Maybe they did. But as far as we know, in that moment in time, she had cheated on Will Smith with one of their son's friend. I guess at that time it was their son's best friend. Who knows what kind of relationship August Alsina had with Jada, because we did hear Jaden come out at one point in time. What's the young man's name? Remember, Jaden said he was in love with I want to say his name starts with a T. Tyler? I can't remember. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But it was so messed up that Will Smith had to go on the Red Table Talk, which was a show that he's usually not on. He kind of respects he respected Jada's platform, and he didn't get involved and try to put himself on that show until this entanglement happened. And then Jada had to explain herself in a way, but she was so prideful and egotistical about it that she was like, yes, it was an entanglement. And Will Smith was like, it was an entanglement? Yes, it was an entanglement. Like it was no big deal. A typical feminist, narcissistic type of response when it comes to taking accountability, which is the kryptonite for a lot of these women, especially these feminist women. Not all women, but a lot of women, their kryptonite is taking accountability. Just like a man's kryptonite can be simping to women, tricking off to women, or just lusting for women in general. A woman in general could be a man's kryptonite. Not saying the woman is to blame for being his kryptonite, but a lot of men, their weakness is a woman. But sometimes they don't know how to act when they come across a woman that they really, really like or are interested in. But anyway, I heard this show is canceled. Her Red Table Talk show is canceled. I'm not here to celebrate, but at the same time, I do have to say that it was a very, very... I'm not saying everything on that show was negative or toxic, because I haven't watched not even half of the episodes that was on there. But it was definitely not something that was a great example and something that was good for her marriage and her representation of being a wife to Will Smith and of being a mother to her kids. So I would hope that whatever her next chapter is, she would try to do whatever she can to strengthen her marriage and make better her marriage, or just be done with it in general and stop using Will Smith and stop dragging Will Smith along. You know, I'm disappointed in Will Smith that he just didn't get the divorce. I understand some, you know, husbands and wives, they want to stick it out for the sake of the children, but they're adults now. They'll be okay. You know, but Will Smith should not be torturing himself, or I hope he's just not under some kind of spell to where he just cannot let go. You know, it's like, is Jada putting the Badu effect on him, the Erykah Badu effect on him, to where he just can't let go? You know, but Jada needs to at least start trying to protect the integrity of Will Smith. And she needs to apologize to the public, or maybe she needs to apologize to Will Smith publicly for how she has acted, you know, while she was misentanglement and all this other stuff. So I would only hope that, you know, their marriage would be strengthened by this. But if not, I think Jada needs to get some help, and she needs to really, really, really figure out a way to get past this toxic situation, because, you know, people look up to them. They are very, very inspired by this couple. You know, they were supposed to be a kind of a power couple, and the stuff that Jada was pulling was just very disgraceful, and it's a bad representation for women, especially black women. So many women are easily influenced by what they see on TV and what certain things that go on, and they'll just start mimicking it and doing the same thing. You know, it's so ridiculous to me. But Jada, I expected better from her. So I would only hope at this point now that she would do something with her situation and all this mess that that's been out here. I hope that she would try to clean up her mess and not have too much pride and try to make it seem like Will Smith is at fault for it, because no, he is not at fault in this situation. She has been arrogantly and uncaringly being just wicked in a way, and it's not cool. So I only hope that she would better herself and change her ways and try to help change the trajectory of her marriage, so that she could be a better influence and help some of these other women get their act together, because it's getting bad right now. It's too many women staying single, and more women getting divorced because they think that this is how they're supposed to act based on the celebrities that they aspire to be like, and they are leading them on to a path of destruction and just leading them to be single, miserable women who are just joining these other groups just to tear down men. So Jada, if she really cares, she would do everything she can to change feminism around and let it get back to when our old school moms and grandmas had class, character, integrity, and taught these women how to represent themselves, because these women ain't representing themselves in the best way right now. So you can't expect men to respect them and treat women like queens when they acting like they for the streets.